gentlemen, Topaz!
That was great. Please have a seat. So I'll just start the interview like I start every interview. How are you doing today?
No, I'm hanging in.
Yeah?
Just another random late night, Friday night.
Yeah. It's another late night show.
Another late night show.
3 cameras on you. This is normal.
Notch
No
in
big
your
deal.
poem book. Late night shows crossed off the list. So, why do you write poetry? What drives you? What's your motivation?
Well, I only write poetry when something feels tumultuous.
Okay.
So I could be the most joyful person ever and never write a thing. But when something really touches me or feels hard to ignore, I have to let it out. So it's like an emotional release. It's a story. It's a way to connect the dots between what I know and what I feel and what I think others should know. So it's a way that I show messages.
So I like that because somebody's having a discussion about like a Christian say going to heaven, and the Buddhist says, you're looking for some sort of serenity and peace. And I always thought myself that both those places would suck after a while. Because all the good stuff comes from either some of the peaks or the lows.
No
a lot of
poetry.
good stuff comes from the lows.
Yeah.
And that's where she's writing her poetry when you hit something other than, I'm happy,
For sure.
So happy sucks, basically. No, it could.
No, there's this thing called no junk, no soul. Oftentimes, people, when they find their low, when they find that medium, that painful piece, that's when the best music, the best poetry, the best art comes out, is when there's some kind of tumultuous feeling. And I find that with my poetry, so much of it is political, things that aren't fair, or things that I'm like, why does it have to be like that?
Wow. How do you even find the energy to write about stuff? It's the only things that aren't fair. We just live in such a egalitarian, just society.
Eat, sleep, and green tea.
Yeah.
Give me the energy to do that. But also dancing also is a good release. But really, I know when the time is right. So for instance, I have a corporate job and I was supposed to be making interview calls, and I was like, I'm just going to write a poem. And my boss came over and he was like, so are you making your calls? I'm like, yeah. And he kind of looked over my shoulder. He was like, you're not making calls. And I'm like, I'm reflecting. He's like, you're reflecting? I'm reflecting. He's like,
I need to do this to make some calls.
Yeah.
Don't bother me. Harassment.
Yeah.
Just gotta bust out a quick haiku real quick, and then I'll call these guys.
Yeah.
They give you a script, you can just turn that into a poem. Write a nice little haiku for them.
Exactly. I was like, I'll get some interviews. I'm gonna quit next week. But I just needed to get it out, and so I wrote a poem about corporate power and my issues with using others for money. So sometimes it just comes out in the most random times. But
now, when you're writing poems, what sort of things are like a priority to you? Is it sort of the flow of the poem, word choice, rhyme, the emotion you want to evoke? Like, what's your goal? What do you try to do?
I put a lot of emphasis in rhythm. Mm-hmm. I'm a very rhythmically minded person. So a lot of my poetry has to come out with an idea of musical elements. So timing, spacing, silence, rhyming. Sometimes I identify as a Dr. Seuss poet because it's so rhymey and easy, and then sometimes it's not. But every poem I write has rhythm. And when I make breaks or pauses, that's intentional to make an effect. So I really focus on how my words twist the mind, but also how they create a vibration. So as someone watching, you feel something. You're not just passively engaging with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You're whatever that thing is, you're rhythmically feeling some kind of vibration from my words, and I really focus on the effect. How does someone leave the space after I write my poetry? Are they sad? Are they empowered? Are they curious? Do they want to learn more Spanish? Like whatever it is, like that happens sometimes.
I want to pick up a new language.
Yeah,
Topaz
right.
speaks Spanish.
I need to try that out. So,
Muy bien.
muy bien.
Yeah.
I don't know Spanish that well. You should tell me. You should tell me your Spanish, bro. Like, give me the drive to finally sit down and learn it.
With that, keeping it fresh too. Like, isn't it tough? Like, let's say you got a really good one, and you got the rhythm down, the words are rhymey, but then to keep it fresh, like every night. You know what I mean? Like pop. Like, how did it feel tonight when you did it? It sounded good. Were you like in it or?
That was a good question. Well, tonight I think was a different night. Typically, I say it with so much more anger, but tonight I was talking about traveling to Colombia with Tasha, so I was sort of in like a really jovial mood. So
see, there it is again. You said, yeah, you know what? You got too happy.
Yeah, I got too happy with it, but the content was still there. So I think the way I performed it tonight was very related to my optimism about more travel in the region.
Every performance is different in a sense.
Exactly. So
Damn it, Tasha.
making me happy that
You made her happy.
If we ever have you back here, we'll slash your tires before you get in.
I'll
a lot of mad.
I'll make the best damn poem about flash tires ever in Kymatic Studios. I'll name it that.
The crappy Kymatic with my tires starting. I will take a match and burn these pallets to the ground. Ooh.
Are these fire retardant?
Yes, they are.
Oh, that's
man.
fantastic.
Yes, they've been dipped in.
You should have sent these to California.
Yeah.
California. A lot of fires out there.
Oh.
But Jason actually sent his mixtape out there. That's why it sort of blew up.
Yeah. A lot of people know, but it's
theory.
still getting rid of it. There's like 3 people, so you don't have 4.
Hey, it takes time,
It takes
process.
So what's in the future for you? You have any? Do you do open mics? Obviously, you're going to do feature for us.
Yes.
And what else?
So I'm also a dancer by training.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I am actually.
The ballet.
That's not the ballet. More like I would call it Afro modern, which is kind of angular but Africanist in essence. So what I've been trying to do is I've been producing music, layering my poetry under it, and then I've been dancing on top of that. So I have this project called Collections of Sounds that I collected from my environment, and so it's everything from someone washing dishes in the back to like someone coughing, or maybe an African bell, or just some random noises that I found that week.
Cool.
And I layer it with like my deepest poem ever. Like I almost never say it because it's my deepest poem, and then I also layer that with improv dancing on top. So that's been kind of like my baby. I've been kind of
So that'll play, and then you'll dance, but your voice is already recorded.
Yes.
You should do that here. That would be
That's
cool.
too
It's
much.
pretty
Meeting
raw.
artists
It's
we had
pretty raw, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's too much. You're not ready for it.
Is everyone ready for you? Or
That's-
are you
Yeah.
ready for them?
I don't know if everyone's ready for me.
Yeah?
That's what it really is.
What can we do to prepare?
Yeah.
Learn Spanish?
A lot of reading.
A lot of
I don't
reading.
know.
Do it all in
Oh, no.
Spanish. Do it all in
Yeah,
Spanish,
reading.
and we won't even know unless they're in Spanish.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No,
I think we'll
really.
still feel it even in the Spanish.
Yeah.
No, really. I think self-care. Like, take care of yourself the day before. Get a massage. Get your nails. Like get a haircut. Whatever you need to like feel good, and then come, and then so that my experience or my work will just kind of bounce off of you. It won't absorb. So
You don't want to like take this in too much.
yeah, like you want to experience it, like you want to hear it and feel it, but you don't want it to weigh on you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those pieces that you got to have some kind of thick skin for. And so that's why I've been really nervous about releasing it, specifically in Tampa. Because I don't know if it's ready.
Well, damn it, you did perfect. Because now I want to
Tampa
hear
metro
it.
area?
Yeah, the
or-
Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I don't know if it's ready.
Okay.
So
Maybe we can take a boat out into international waters and try this out.
Yeah. We can
that
just
would be
record it
cool.
and then we
That'd
can
be
put it
really
out.
cool.
Well, if it sounds, you know what? Anytime something like that I've done in the past, and I'm always like afraid, like we shot this music video where I have to kill somebody, and I didn't want to show my mom or anything. You know, you're like afraid because like she's not going to understand. But usually those are some of the better things. You know what I mean? It's just because it's like you said, you went to that place to make them. You know, and so it's the something good.
Yeah.
So you should do it.
I'm getting the hint that I should perform at Kymatic.
Yeah.
With
That's
this
a
piece.
perfect thing for Kymatic with the underground, you know? It could come out.
Plus, the people that hang out here on a Wednesday night when it's hot,
Crazy.
got open minds.
Yeah, yeah.
They're ready to listen to what you got to say.
They're willing to sweat it out. And full hot
You know what? It's
Maybe they
been
might
nice.
even lose their fucking minds when they see it.
Yeah. Poof. Blow their minds.
That'd be cool. I'd actually, just to repeat before that this is a really safe space. So I mean,
Nice. That meant
I think
something.
a ton of artists can be here and premiere their work and feel totally comfortable and that it's received in whatever way it will be. So I think if I were to perform it in the Tampa Bay area, I would do it at Kymatic.
Excellent. Yeah.
But I got it. Yeah.
That I mean, I think they're perceiving that because the people we live with here, and I know Dan feels this because that's the way we start up this show, but it is for other artists. The only way I've ever been successful is other people, not me, other people. And tonight, you and Lilith have been very, very introspective, thoughtful guests, and I like that. So if our trend just continued like that, it makes the interviews as hot as the performances when you've actually thought about it, so.
Absolutely.
That's my input.
Well, that's amazing. I'm super excited to hopefully see this project we're working on in the future.
Cool.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
man.
you.